So week of January the 13th to the 17th, 2025. This is my NQ futures trading recap, and let's see what I did this week. So let's pull up everything, this whole mess, and let's start with Monday. Let's go on the super low time frame actually first before we zoom in. This week was pretty good. I got quite a few good trades in, and I didn't take any losses. I took some break evens, but I got 6 wins and I think 1 or 2 break evens. So yeah, let's go over it real quick. So Monday, this is the price action. Absolutely gorgeous, as you like to see in NQ, of course, being sarcastic. So today I was looking for, or not today, Monday, I was looking for this low to get swept from pre-market or London session during New York, which is over here. But we actually didn't end up getting that. Instead, we front ran it, and I believe on ES, we might have taken it, which forms something called an SMT. But once I saw that this liquidity area got taken, but the very typically low didn't, but we were reversing, especially with this huge and bullish engulfing candle here on the 1 minute. I was like, okay, well, this looks like a reversal. So I'm going to start looking to enter for the liquidity up here, right? So once I saw this huge and bullish engulfing candle, I was looking for a retest of this untapped wick because that turns into support, right? It's a market structure shift and it turns into support. And I had this golden pocket for deeper confluence. But thankfully, I entered on the SR level because the golden pocket got front run by just a couple points. And from there, put my stop below the closes of these candles and then target the other side, right? And played out perfectly. So there's that first trade. And then this second trade, we had a market structure break here. So a market structure shift right there. And I saw this get swept. So it formed an SFP because it got a huge nuke really quickly through VWAP. And then I looked for a retest of VWAP. And again, I was expecting more lows like this one to be taken out during the session. And I was like, okay, well, the market is probably coming back to go take that out again. So I was targeting not this low and this low if I got it. But unfortunately, I got a good entry. I put the stop way up here above this wick. And then my first take profit was this liquidity here, which was this low. And then we got a reversal here in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We got front run on our profit level, and we reversed, and I got stop break even for the rest of my trade, which is fine. So not bad for Monday. Let's go over to Tuesday. This, I believe, I didn't really take any trades. I took one small scalp, which just turned into a break even, so nothing to show there really. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday had horrendous price action. I mean, look at this. This is like barcoding all the way down. So, but I did get a good trade out of it somehow, some way. So let's take a look at it. Going into Wednesday, New York opened down here. We got quick nuke and then absolute send over this liquidity. And then if you guys have seen any of my previous NQ recaps, one of the best setups I like to take is when we get a super trendy first hour or two in the session, and then we start consolidating at some highs. Maybe we touched a high time frame level. We typically just start rolling over, especially when we get this point of control to flip to the highs, and we get a market structure shift. I'm looking for shorts, and that's one of the main setups I like to take for shorting during New York session. So we got this to play out during Wednesday's session. I saw that we started just consolidating at these highs. There was a ton of liquidity built up on the way up from these fair value gaps. And the market obviously needed to rebalance per se. So I got a golden pocket entry from this wick right here after the market structure shift. We got a pull from up here down to this low, and then targeted the golden pocket, got a nice entry almost to the tick. And then my first take profit was the liquidity. Second take profit was all the way down here at this liquidity, and I believe there was another key level here, which was monthly open. This green line was the monthly and yearly open, actually, because we're in January. So yeah, super clean. I mean, we got 105 points for 33 points of risk, which is a really good trade. I mean, that's a little over 3R. So that was Wednesday. I got my 100 points and tapped out. Honestly, I could have played this long here because we got VWAP on the daily, yearly VWAP, and we had the monthly open. So that would have been a really nice long to come take out this high. But yeah, it's obvious in hindsight, of course. So let's go look at Thursday. Thursday, I had a pretty nice trade as well. Let's take a look at that. I had a couple. So Thursday, New York session, we got a huge nuke as soon as market opened. And I was looking over here. We got this sweep of liquidity. And so the market was nuking, and I was expecting lower, which we did right at New York open. And then right here was such an obvious play in my mind, where I pulled my point of control from the pre-market session, the 8:30 to the present, and because I was trading live, obviously. And we had this point of control that stayed up here, and then we got a huge nuke down with all these fair value gaps in between, along with this golden pocket, pulled from this high to this low here. And I was targeting this liquidity. I just wanted it to be a quick scalp because honestly I didn't know what to expect from the market here, so I just had a quick 58 point trade for the lows here. And then we just had this huge consolidation, and then I got this golden pocket from up here to this low down here, and I was expecting a sweep of the range down here just because we had built a lot of liquidity in this consolidation. So once it came up here, it swept this wick here. So we got an SFP and we got a huge nuke pretty quickly. As soon as it broke market structure shift, or it got a market structure shift here, I entered at the market, which is a little ballsy, but it worked out. So I just put my stop at the high for 31 points of loss of risk, and then targeted 109 points for the liquidity down here, which we got a really nice play out of it. As soon as we lost VWAP, I was like, okay, we're gonna definitely nuke in some regard. So that was Thursday. Pretty good day. 2 shorts. Let's go to Friday. So Friday, which is today, wasn't too great. I mean, the main trade that I saw but didn't take it because I was waiting for confirmation was right at New York open, or it was actually the pre-market. But no, it was like 2 minutes before pre-market. We had this high time frame level. If I zoom out, we had this huge range, and we had these deviation levels, right? And we got the perfect retest or test into that pocket. So for me, that was like a pretty solid trade I could have taken, but I just didn't because it was at New York open and I really didn't know what to expect. In hindsight, obviously that was a super easy trade. I mean, it was almost like to the tick. You got a few points higher than that, but that was an easy short. Didn't take it, like I said. But later in the session, we just had a lot of chop. I didn't really like this price action, especially on a Friday. It's just lower probability because of lower volume, etc. But we had this volume built up from this low up to the current price, and I was like, okay, well, I'm a little bearish. I want to see some of these wicks get taken out. but I should have known because we had already tested VWAP that we would probably move higher and maybe even take out this high, which we haven't yet, but we'll probably see that on Monday. But for this trade, um, I was originally going to enter at this wick, but I missed the entry for whatever reason. And so I just went for the next bounce, and we got it here along with the point of control, which lined up pretty nicely. And my first take profit was the SR level, which is pulled from the range high, if I can pull it up, from Thursday. So Thursday's high. So that's the SR level where I got my first take profit. And then once I get my first take profit, you know, I always move break even. And so I just got stopped break even right there. But yeah, I got a few points out of it and made some money. So yeah, I mean, that was the trading week. Not too bad. Pretty good wins. And price action was pretty good this week. So I hope next week has the same. The market's overall looking still staircase downy, you know, it just keeps staircasing down. So either we start taking some of these highs and breaking structure to move to the upside and new all-time highs, or we get one more nuke before getting a decent bounce. But honestly, I think this downtrend is going to break eventually and just send us higher again. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was helpful in some regard. Next week I'll make another one. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.